We welcome you back to Lemoy Field here on the campus at Post University in Waterbury, Connecticut for the second half of our Saturday TNN doubleheader presented by the CACC Network. Griffin Cass on hand as we are getting to start things off between Post and Wilmington. You can feel the bad blood brewing. These two squads faced off in the 2022 CACC tournament where your Post University Eagles defeated the Wildcats 3-2 to go on and win the 2022 CACC tournament. So the Wildcats are out here looking for revenge at Lemoy Field, and the Eagles are looking to continue their stamp as one of the best Division II programs in the entire country, as they are defending their title here in 2023. Coming into this one, Post is 1-1-2 overall. And for Wilmington, they are also 1-1-2. But today is the start of a new season. It's conference play, as both of these two squads are ready to take the field and do battle. In net for the Wildcats, it's the 6'7" junior, Bass Marcus. And for your Post University Eagles, it's number 1, Soren Jensen, the 6'6" junior. As we are getting ready to be underway here in Waterbury, Connecticut. Head coach for Wilmington is a seasoned veteran, Nick Papanicholas, in his 20th season. Graduated from Rowan University back in 1999. In this Wilmington squad, they had a successful 2022 campaign, going 10-5-5 overall, 7-2-3 in conference play. And the head coach for your Post University Eagles in his 18th season, Ted Haley. As the Eagles were dominant last season, posting a 16-4-2 overall record and 9-1-2 in conference play. Two dominant squads in the CACC getting ready to do battle here at Lemoy Field on the campus here at Post University in Waterbury, Connecticut. As soon as the Eagles are ready, we will be ready to kick things off here in 2023 conference play for men's soccer. Post has moved up to number 19 in the country in all of NCAA Division II soccer. So we are getting set to start here. Expect some high-intensity soccer here. Post looking to continue that dominance here in the CACC over the Wildcats, and the Wildcats are looking for revenge. You can tell as soon as they walked out onto the pitch that they have had a different type of mantra to their step. We are getting set for the official signal. It'll be the Wildcats to start with possession. Away we go! The second half of our TNN doubleheader is underway between the Wildcats and the Eagles. The Wildcats women's team defeated your Post University Eagles 4-2 in our first half of our Saturday doubleheader. The sun has really broke through here today on the campus here at Post University, as we already have some physical play here to start. And in our first game, it was all clouds, very windy, but the wind has settled down. And the sun has broken out for a huge matchup here between the Eagles and the Wildcats. Ball is hopping around for the Eagles, right at midfield. Felipe Garcia sends it downfield into that left corner. Francisco Souza gets it knocked out of play. We'll have the first corner kick here in this match. Souza will do the honors. A 5'8" junior. Stands at 156 pounds. As he'll send a boot right in front of the middle. It is broken up by Tyrese Small, number 6 for the Wildcats. Salimi with it on that far side. He wears number 11 for your Eagles. In a little bit of trouble on that far side. Hounded by multiple Wildcats as it goes out of play. Last touch by the Wildcats, so we'll have a throw-in on that far side for the Eagles. Felix Nassen shares it to Garcia. Garcia now. Ball broken up. Luca Detoli getting the start here today. He just did not start versus Franklin Pierce University. That was the last game for your Post Eagles where they lost 3-0. As that's a nice ball sent towards the left corner, but it's out of the reach of Souza. And his Post squad has had 2 tough matchups in their last 2 games. Played at number 14 Southern New Hampshire University and drew a 2-2 tie. And then, as I just mentioned, lost to number 1 Franklin Pierce University 3-0 right here at Lemoy Field on Monday. So now here comes the Wildcats on the move. Broken up by Souza. Souza brings it back to the back line. Nice fast pace here from both squads. Again, they both know what's at stake. 41-40 remaining here in the first half. As that ball will sail out of play, we'll get a throw in here for Wilmington on the near side. Nice pass there, right in front of the net. Shot wide right of the nets. That was Maldi Honesbo with the shot on goal, wide right. So we'll have a goal kick here for the Eagles. Nice line drive kick towards midfield. Diego Ramirez with it now here on the near side. And the 6'6" junior comes out of net to corral the ball. And he'll send it to the far side. That's knocked out of play. Last touch by your Eagles. We'll have a throw in here for the Wildcats on the far side. Some one-on-one action here. And that is knocked out of play. Uchigashima not able to get the proper foot on it as it goes out of play. And we'll have a throw in here for the Eagles on the near side. Tyrese Small getting involved. Great aggressiveness there from Garcia. The Wildcat sideline did not like that one. No whistle was called as that is knocked towards the end line. And right as I say that the wind slowed down, it is picked right back up. And that will definitely play a factor throughout this one. It surely did in the women's game. So 39.5 to play here in the first half. Souza goes to the far side. Nelson, the nice touch. This back line working well together here for the Eagles. Garcia now. Nice boot downfield. Looking for Souza. Souza stopped there.
Cover Diego!
And Souza goes to the ground. Now, that was a peculiar play right there. As it looked like Souza was trying to be led to that far corner. He kind of just stopped And then that allowed him to get behind the defender. 38-40 remaining here in the first half. No shots on goal for the Wildcats, none for the Eagles. Ball in midfield. It's going to be very interesting with these two squads to see how often the long ball is sent downfield. We've seen it a couple of times here from both teams. Souza. Nice boot down the far side. Salimi gets knocked to the turf. A little under 38 minutes to play here in the first half. Seems as though at the start here between these two squads, they're just trying to feel each other out a little bit. And they haven't seen each other since 2022. It's a very nice ball right in front of the nets. And it's cleared out by the keeper. Nelson goes back to Jensen. Back to Nelson. 37-10 to play here in the first half. Florindo gets it back to Garcia. Garcia with a beautiful ball. Trying to lead Uriarte. Now here comes Small with a nice header. Ramirez. The nice touch. Florindo all over it. And that ball gets sent down to the far corner. 36-35 remaining here in the first half between the Wildcats and the Eagles. Garcia thought about going back to Jensen. Luca Detoli getting involved, and he hits the turf. And we get a whistle called against the Wildcats. Luca Detoli, the 5'8" graduate student, gets sent to the turf, and he draws the contact for the Eagles. 35-50 to play here in the first half. Dangerous ball. Florindo sent it to Souza. Souza back to Florindo. Here comes the Eagles, broken up by the back line of Wilmington. Now here comes the speedy 5'4" Ramirez down the near side. Ball in front of the box. It's cleared out by Garcia as he tries to lead Salimi on that far side. Salimi works it back. So the back line of the Eagles. 10 minutes played here in this one. Uriarte coming down the near side. He comes to get it right at midfield. Uriarte. Both of these teams very well conditioned here. You can just tell. I know that we just started, but both of these squads very fast to the ball. Beautiful game of soccer here to start. Detoli gets out of a straitjacket right there. And his back line for the Eagles has been stellar here to start as Jensen sends it downfield. And here comes the Eagles getting up and applying some pressure. Both teams so fired up here to start conference play. A little under 34 minutes to play here in the first half. Here's Ramirez. Shares it to Small. Tyree Small goes to the left side. Detoli. Uriarte now. Towards midfield. Souza. So here comes the Wildcats. Goes to the far side. 32:55 remaining here in the first half. Ball sent towards the middle. Oh, that's a prime time look for Wilmington. Their best look here in the first half. It sailed above the nets on that shot. Uchigashima with a nice look there. He wears number 18 for Wilmington. Uchigashima and Ramirez, very similar for this Wilmington squad. Both very low to the ground, extremely speedy. As Uchigashima stands at 5'6", Ramirez only 5'4". They're almost like clones here for this Wilmington squad. Garcia. Florindo. Nice ball towards the midfield. Uriarte shares it back to Detoli. Detoli with a nice ball. Trying to lead Salimi down that far sideline, but it soars over his head out of play. We'll have a throw-in here for Wilmington on that far side. Bass Marcus, a save percentage of .733 on the year. 4 goals allowed, 11 saves for the junior keeper. And for the Eagles, Soren Jensen, 7 goals allowed, 14 saves. As Florindo gets tripped up on the ground. Honesbo gets called for the whistle and has a conversation with the official right at midfield. Nassen angles towards the middle, sends a nice kick to Souza here on the near side, and that's tapped down to play by Ramirez. Will be a throw in here for Florindo and the Eagles. Souza now with a nice touch. And coming in and breaking it up is the Wildcats. Nice ball. And that's knocked out of play. Last touch by Garcia here on the near side. We'll have a throw in here for the Wildcats. Here's Ramirez. Back to Small. 15 minutes played here in the first half. It's a nice ball angling towards the left post. It sails over. Here comes the Eagles down that far side. Salimi looked like he got held up by Small. No whistle was called. Shot on net. Swallowed up by Jensen. That was Troy Paul sending it towards Jensen's way. Paul is a graduate student wearing number 11 for the Wildcats. Here's Florindo on the near side. Sends it towards Souza. Ramirez sends a beautiful ball towards the middle. Jensen swallows it up. A little under 29 minutes to play here in the first half. Florindo towards midfield. Uriarte with the header. Souza here on the near side. Watches the offside. Angles towards the middle. Souza trying to take out his do-it-yourself kit. Now the ball is on the right side and it goes in. It's a goal. Post strikes first here. 1-0 with 28 to play here in the first half. I believe that was Uriarte putting it into the back of the net. Beautiful job exploiting space if you are the Eagles, and it leads to their first goal. I'm muted. Was it Uriarte? Salemi? So Uriarte is awarded the goal. It's his second of the season. Salemi with the assist. His second of the year. And it is 1-0 Eagles here with 28 minutes to play here in the first half. Ramirez here on the near side. Ramirez one-on-one action with Souza. Gets it back. They try the give and go action there. Physical play there from the Eagles. And we'll have a corner kick here in the near corner. As we look back to that goal by Uriarte, that was just such a fantastic job of exploiting space if you are the Eagles. Very patient and just allowed that play to come to them. And it worked to fruition. Here's the corner. That ball will sail way past the post. It is in front of the net. It is congested in there, and it's cleared by the Eagles. Nice ball towards the left post. Jetson comes out to get it. And he delivers a strike downfield down that far side. Marcus knocked it out of play. .36:35 to play here in the first half. It's 1-0 Eagles. Souza trying to take on the entire team. Goes to that far corner. Salemi with the touch. And an offside is called on the Eagles. Nice idea there from Post. Post, number 19 in the country in all of NCAA Division II soccer, proving why here in the first half of the first half. Ball on the near side. Wildcats trying this give and go action that they have been going to as of late. Ball goes out of play. Last touch by the Wildcats. We'll have a throw in for the Eagles. Omar Florindo will toss it in. High toss. Small retrieves it. Uriarte. Beautiful ball. Here comes Souza down the near side. Souza turns on the Jets. Sends it to that far corner. Salimi controls it. Salimi breaking some ankles. As that ball is right in front of the box, and it is cleared out by the Wildcats. Beautiful play there from Jeremy Brickett to get it out of the box for Wilmington. 24:50 to play here in the first half. Garcia leads it for Florindo. He chases it down in the near corner, sends it towards the middle, and Marcus swallows it up. Sends a baseball pass down the near side. Ball in midfield for Wilmington. Ramirez comes to settle it down for the Wildcats. Ramirez gets it back. Ramirez hounded by Souza, and it is knocked out of play. Last touch by number 16 for the Eagles. Ramirez not on the same page there with Paul. Paul, a lot of contact there. And a nice sell job there from Pablo Tenorio. And Sora Noda getting set to come in for Wilmington, the 5'6" junior. Salimi on the long ball. Uriarte in that left corner. A lot of contact. And the post sideline are irate that there was no whistle. Some more contact. Paul wanted the foul. The give and go action to Tolley. Sends it out of play. Now here comes Noda into the game. St. Mark will come to the sideline to get a breather with 22:50 to play here in the first half. DeToli with the theft. Brings it back to the back line for the Eagles. Good defense there from Noda. Energized as soon as he checks into the game. Here's Small. Tried to lead it to Paul. Paul knocks it out of play. A little under 22 minutes to play here in the first half. Garcia back to Nassen on that far side. Nassen with a beautiful ball downfield intended for Uriarte. Here comes Ramirez for Wilmington. Ramirez now, the speedy 5'4", sends it to Noda. Ball, shot on net. It is corralled by Jensen. And Jensen will just slow it down. No rush here for the Eagles. He'll let his players catch a breath here for a moment. Nice ball down that far side. Uriarte, hounded by two Wildcats, has it taken away. Noda on the move. Beautiful shot on nets, and it is tipped out of play by Jensen. Noda, as soon as he checked into the game, has provided some great energy here for Wilmington, as Diego Ramirez will get a sip of some H2O here on the near side. We'll have a corner kick in the left corner. So So we have a substitution coming in here. For the Eagles, it's Andrea Birdie, the 5'10 graduate student. He'll sub out Pablo Tenorio. As Johan Kim getting set to come in for Wilmington. So let me turning on the Jets on that far side. Leads it for Uriarte. And we get an offside called on the Eagles. A little under 19 and a half to play here in the first half. Detoli very active in this first half for the Eagles. Been all over the pitch. Dangerous pass across the field. And Garcia recognized the incoming Wildcat and got to the ball quickly. Uriarte charging. Uriarte not able to get there. And that ball is sent high into the sky right at midfield. Paul battling on the Wilmington side. Incoming is Souza. Now it's Ramirez here on the near side. The nice touch. Back to Ramirez. Souza. I believe we get a handball there on Souza. As Small will send it towards the near side. Beautiful ball leading Noda. And it is broken up by Nassen with the header. Heads up play there from Felix Nassen. 18-10 to play here in the first half. Man, has this first half just gone by so quickly. It is 1-0 Eagles as that is sent out of play by Wilmington. So it'll be a throw in here for Omar Florindo and the Eagles squad. Florindo from Milan, Italy. Gets it back off the throw-in, sends it towards the stratosphere. It comes down. Salemi leads Detoli, but he is not able to get there. And we have some substitutions coming in for the Wildcats. Yarick Carnegie into the game, wearing number 9 on the back of his jersey. Also, Johan Kim into the game. 10-9 onto the field for Wilmington. A lot of contact on that far side. I believe Detoli is involved for the Eagles squad. And some pushing and shoving happening on that far sideline. Again, these two programs do not like each other for good reason. Met last year in the 2022 CACC semifinals, where the Eagles took that one. Garcia. Nice touch here to Florindo. And that ball goes out of play. We'll have a throw in here for Wilmington. Ramirez will send it in. Ramirez gets it back from Small. Great play there from Birdie here on the near side. The Eagles looked a little slow in that first 6 to 7 minutes, but since then, they have just been on point. Souza turns the corner on the left side, sends it towards the middle. Golden opportunity for the Eagles, but just no one was in the middle. As that ball is sent out of play by Post. We'll have a throw in here for Wilmington with 15:20 to play here in this first half. 1-0 Post if you're just tuning in here on TNN, presented by the CACC Network. Griffin Cass on hand. Uriarte. And coming out of net wisely was Bass Marcus. Ball in that left corner. As Florindo was met by two Wildcats to knock it out of play. 14:40 remaining here in the first half. Throw in here on the near side for the Eagles. Foot race. As Garcia looked like he just threw his body into the Wildcat. A lot of confusion here on the pitch. Will be a throw in here for the Wildcats. Ramirez sends it in. He gets it back. Birdie. Over to Uriarte. Uriarte is small right on him. Nice touch from Kin to Ramirez. Florindo sent it downfield. Coming up on 13.5 to play here in the first half. It's 1-0 Eagles. Here comes the Wildcats on the move. Ball knocked out of play by Nassen. And we'll have a corner in that left corner. Coming up on 13 minutes to play here in the first half. Kim will take it in the corner. Here's Kim on the corner. Touches it. And that kick towards the nets was too high. As Adrian Lakehigh, wearing number 2 on the back of his jersey for the Wildcats, will come into the game. And Diego Ramirez will take a much-needed break, as he has just been flying all over the pitch. And expect him to come back in soon. Coming up on 12 minutes to play here in the first half. Uriarte on that far side. He has been involved in every single play as he gets tripped up right there on that far sideline. A lot of contact between Uriarte and Kleiner. As the official has his eye on Kleiner now, and they will converge to have a conversation near midfield. Uriarte and Kleiner have been going at each other all match thus far, and they share a nice high five downfield. 11:55 to play here in the first half. It's Garcia sending it downfield. And that will be last touch by Wilmington. And it'll be a throw in here for the Eagles on the near sideline. 2 shots on goal for the Wildcats, 1 for the Eagles. And all the Eagles needed was that 1 shot on goal to put it in the back of the net. Nassen makes up his mind, comes towards the ball, angling towards midfield. Nassen has it on that far side, touches it to Salemi, and here comes the Eagles. Salemi leads Souza in that left corner. Going back to his right, now back to his left, sends it towards the middle. And it is broken up by Small. Number 16, Francisco Souza. So shifty for post. Uriarte now. Nice ball. It was intercepted. Kleinert getting involved for Wilmington. And a very smart play there. But they say he was touching the sideline as he tried to knock it out of Eagle. So it'll be a throw in here for the Eagles on that far side. They'll go towards the back line. Little over 10 minutes to play here in the first half. Here on TNN, presented by the CACC Network. You are watching CACC Soccer. Men's soccer here between Wilmington and Post. A little bit of a rivalry brewing here between these two programs. Like I mentioned previously in the broadcast, they met in the playoffs last season. In the semifinals, where Post was able to take that game. Dangerous ball. Kim comes to get it. A lot of contact there from Garcia and Kim. Both players hop up immediately. Throw in here for Wilmington. Now ball in that far in the near corner. Beautiful ball sent towards the middle. And DeToli looks to turn on the Jets on that far side. Ball knocked out of play. Last touch by Max Norton. Post coaching staff has a few problems with the officiating thus far. 8:45 remaining here in the first half. It'll be Kim on the free kick. Beautiful ball towards the box. DeToli now breaks it up. Back towards Salimi. Salimi leads his partner in crime, Uriarte. Birdie coming in. And Marcus sends it over to us here on the near side. 8 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll have a throw in here on the near side. Florindo will toss it in. Ball is developing in midfield. DeToli racing down that far side. He is shut off by Kim, I believe. As DeToli is shaking up on that far side. Clock stops at 7:23. Great sign there for Eagles fans as Luca DeToli able to get up to his feet and run it off. He's had a fantastic performance thus far here for the Eagles. Been all over the pitch. Small. Lake high to Kim. Kim tries to lead a teammate. A lot of contact there. And they get Nassen for the whistle. And a yellow card is assessed on Felix Nassen. Nassen as well as Birdie pleading their case to the official. And players on both squads sharing some words to each other.
Nothing overlapping on this side. Nothing overlapping on this side. Talk to the guys behind.
free kick here for Wilmington, as three players are discussing the strategy here for this free kick. Wilmington trails 1-0. They've had 2 shots on goal. Clock is stopped at 7:14. It'll be Kleinert or Kim to take the free kick. One of them will ghost it. Players are getting set. Uriarte getting in position. The whistle sounds. Shot deflected. Beautiful play by the Eagles. Setting up that wall. And it works. 7 minutes to play here in the first half. Throw in here for the Eagles on the near side. As we have some substitutions coming in for the Eagles. Nathan Tao into the game for the first time, wearing number 17 on the back of his jersey. As well as number 28, Paul Ludwig, into the game for the first time. Ludwig is a junior. 6:20 to play here in the first half. Players battling with each other right at midfield. Birdie sends a nice ball downfield. Bass Marcus comes out of net. And he'll roll it out. Kleinert now shares it to the far side. A little under 6 minutes to play here in the first half. One team trying to protect their lead, and one team trying to look for the equalizer. Here's Birdie on the near side. Leads it for Souza. Florindo is right behind Souza. He goes to him. Florindo. Not enough space on that end line, and he just kicks it out of play. Denny Iljazzy into the game for the first time, wearing number 7 on the back of his jersey. Uriarte looks like he will come out for Iljazzy. So Uriarte will get his first breather of the game. Coming up on 4:45 remaining here in the first half. Small, right at midfield. Sends it downfield. Incoming is Kim. Kleinert intercepts the pass. Kleinert goes back to Marcus. And it'll be a throw in here for the Eagles on that far sideline right at midfield. Very windy, sunny Saturday afternoon here on the campus at Post University at Lemoy Field. If you're just tuning in, the women's team lost to Wilmington 4-2 in our first half of our Saturday TNN doubleheader presented by the CACC Network. Here's Salemi on that far side. He has teammates running with him, and they turn it over. Small now. That ball will sail out of play. Ball sent towards the middle. It just eludes that left post as it will go out of play with 2.5 to play here in the first half. It was last touched by Wilmington. So it'll be a throw in here for the Eagles. Ball in that right corner. Florendo. Nice play there. Ball goes towards the middle. Shot on net is vacuumed in by Jensen. Kim with a great look for Wilmington, and he's a little slow to get up. 1:45 remaining here in the first half. Ball sent down to midfield. Small shares it. "90 seconds to play here in the first half. It'll be Jensen to slow things down for the Eagles. He'll roll it on the ground. He'll send a high kick going down that far sideline. Coming up on 1 minute to play here in the first half.
1 minute remaining.
And we have our second yellow card of the game. This time it is assessed to the Wildcats. I believe they get Jeremy Brickett for the yellow card. Our second of the first half. One yellow card for Post, one for Wilmington. 59 seconds to play here in the first half. Florendo with it here on the near side. Nice passing here from the Eagles. And clock is going, ticking down to 30 seconds.
Blow your whistle.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that will do it for the first 45 minutes here in this one. Post will take a 1-0 lead heading into halftime. Halftime is over, and we are getting set for the second half between the Wildcats and your Eagles. Eagles lead at 1-0 at the end of the first half. Haritz Uriarte was able to put it into the back of the nets for the Eagles to put them up 1-0 heading into halftime, as we are getting set for the start of the second half. Griffin Cass on hand here on TNN, presented by the CACC Network. It'll be Post to start with possession and begin the second half. Soren Jensen has had a stellar game in net for the Eagles thus far. So a whole other half to play here at Lemoy Field on the campus at Post University in Waterbury, Connecticut. Second half of play getting ready to commence between the Eagles and the Wildcats. This game is personal for both squads. If you're just tuning in, these two teams met in the 2022 CACC tournament back in the fall of 2022, where Post won that semifinal matchup, and they would go on to win the 2022 CACC tournament. Here is the Wildcats coming down that far sideline. Broken up by Andrea Birdie, and he'll send it towards that sideline. Uriarte with the lone goal for the Eagles. Battling on that far sideline with Kleinert. 2 yellow cards have been assessed here in this one. The first one was Felix Nassen on the Post side, and then it was Nicholas Kleinert, wearing number 14 for Wilmington, who picked up the second yellow card of this match. 60 seconds gone here in the second half. Wilmington looking to move it upfield. Here's Tyrese Small. That's intercepted. Francisco Souza, who was all over the pitch in that first half. Now here's Salimi on the near side. Salimi looking to turn that corner on the right side, sends it towards the middle, and it's broken up by Tyrese Small. Small with some beautiful hustle there. And it'll be a corner kick for the Eagles, the first of the second half here in the right corner. It'll be Luca Dottoli to take the corner, and it is caught by the 6'7" Bass Marcus. A little over 2 minutes gone here in the second half. Andrea Birdie causing some problems for the Wildcats. That'll go out of play. Last touch by the Wildcats. That's headed out of play. Eagles will throw it in. Ball goes towards Jensen. He settles it down. Paul coming towards him. Nassen had it taken away. Here's Paul delivering a strike. Jensen has had a great game in net. Hasn't had too many difficult saves to make, but he has been effective. Here's Nassen looking to take out his do-it-yourself kit. Sends it towards the middle. Three and a half gone here in the second half. Post 1, Wilmington 0. Here in the second half of our TNN Saturday doubleheader. It's presented by the CACC Network. The women's team here at Post lost 4-2 in the first half of our doubleheader. But the score does not reflect how competitive of a game that was. They were down 3-1. As Kim gets called for the whistle right there. Now the women's team here at Post, they were down 3-1. Showed some resiliency as Tasia Ferreira delivered a beautiful strike into the top left corner of the net to make it 3-2. And then Wilmington just got a last-second shot on net as Nisbet was way out of the net. Souza being led on that far sideline, battling with Kim, I believe. And now Kim hits the turf. No, that is not Kim. That is Ramirez on that far side. Kim has it now on the near side. Kim leads it for Paul. Ramirez on that far side. He will just let it go out of play. And they'll throw it in. A little over 5 minutes played here in the second half. Dangerous pass. Small. They have Kim here on the near side. Will they go to him? Ball in midfield. Here's Small. As Marcus sends it out of play. So we'll have a throw in here on the near side for the Eagles. A lot of chatter happening on the pitch right now. Kim knocks it out last. Salimi has it taken away by Kim. Paul back to Kim. Nassen, who has a yellow card here in this one, comes into play. Now Small leads the speedster Ramirez on the far side. And that hits off of Souza, I believe. And Souza is a little shaken up. Now he goes back towards his feet, and there's some great sportsmanship as Diego Ramirez is checking in on Francisco Souza. Love to see that in, even a contested, highly intense battle here. Players still recognizing the sportsmanship aspect of sports. Now here's Nassen on the near side. Gets the angle. Here comes Nassen on the near corner. On the near side, excuse me. Leads Salimi. Salimi goes to that far corner. It is broken up by Ramirez. Gorgeous play by Diego Ramirez as it looked like the Eagles had something going there. 37-35 remaining in regulation. Wilmington searching for one. Ball was delivered a strike wide left of the net. Couldn't tell if that was a pass or a shot there. It appeared as if it was supposed to be a pass. There was just no one there in that left corner. So it'll be a goal kick here for the Eagles. Garcia sends it downfield here to the near side.
Good job, Max.
Max Norton with a great play there on the Wilmington side. 36-45 remaining in regulation. And this is the second half of our TNN Saturday afternoon doubleheader here at Lemoy Field. Two soccer games, men's and women's. Wilmington in town to do battle. Souza gets led on that far sideline. It is knocked out of play. Last touch by Souza. Garcia with a nice tackle. 35:50 remaining here in regulation. That ball is sent towards the sky. Kleinert not able to get his head on it, but Small able to help him out. Kim gets tangled up, going towards the box, and Detoli will lead the charge here with Salimi to his right. Max Norden having a great second half here to start for Wilmington. The aggressiveness has definitely picked up here on the Wildcat side. Looked like Nick Papanicholas. He was very adamant in that halftime huddle. And it looks like his players have taken the message well here to start. 34-45 remaining here in the first half. In this second half, excuse me. Good pressure here from the Wildcats. And the Eagles break it. Nice touch here. Salimi and Uriarte playing that two-man game. Coming up on 34 minutes remaining here in regulation. Dangerous pass. As we get a whistle on Salimi. And the coaching staff on the Wilmington side not pleased with what just transpired there. Garcia goes to Nassen, and that's knocked out of play. The pressure here from the Wildcats has been stellar to open the second half. They've really dictated the pace to the Eagles, but now Andrea Birdie looking to dictate the pace back to the Wildcats. Detoli. Uriarte goes back to Garcia. A little under 33 minutes to play here in the second half. Nice passing here from the Eagles. Detoli to Uriarte. Uriarte splits defenders. Uriarte. Nice pass to Souza on the far side. Souza delivers a strike. It was deflected by a Wildcat. And that's knocked out of play. Last touch by Wilmington. 32-25 remaining here in regulation. Dangerous pass towards the middle. Birdie able to get a foot on it, and that is headed out of play. Ayo School knocked that out of play. Last touch by the Eagles. Throw in here for Wilmington on the near side. And Troy Paul climbs the ladder and used Detoli as a bit of a stepping stool there to try and get his head on the ball. So have some substitutions coming into the game for the Eagles. Will be Pablo Tenioro coming into the game wearing number 14 on the back of his jersey. And then number 17, Nathan Tuau, wearing number 17 on the back of his jersey. Noda leads it towards the middle. And there wasn't a Wildcat there to go up for the header to knock it in. Jeremy St. Mark, number 17, for the Wildcats, comes back into the game. Coming up on 30 minutes to play here in regulation. We'll have a throw in here on the near sideline. Max Norden will toss it in.
Give it to Jeremy!
Turning the corner on the right side. Nice tackle there. And it's knocked out of play by Birdie. Ayo School. Back to Kleinert. Kleinert on that far side. Noda now. Nice ball towards the middle. And a beautiful defensive play there by the Eagles. Here comes DeToli now on the near side. Looking to turn on the Jets. No numbers. DeToli has it knocked out of play by Ayo School. Coming up on 29 minutes to play here in regulation. Post looking to protect their lead. Wilmington looking to mount the comeback. Two completely different stories for these two squads here in the second half. Diego Ramirez intercepts the pass, sends it towards the middle. Paul gets involved. Noda sends a boot too high. Lawson with a beautiful ball here on the near side. They'll work it back to Marcus. Pass Marcus. Has Uriarte coming right towards him. And now it's Ramirez to track it down on the far sideline. The Eagles take it away.
Up! See you live! See it!
Nice passing here from the Eagles. DeToli? That's a physical play there. Knocked out of play. We'll have a corner kick in that right corner. It looks like Max Norden will take it for Wilmington. Clock stops at 27:18. The senior defender getting set for the corner kick. Number 13 sends it towards the ground and it's broken up. I believe Uriarte got a foot on that. And Jensen will jump up high to secure the ball. Coming up on 27 minutes to play here in regulation. Birdie. Nice look to Uriarte, but he's not able to control it. Tyree Small works it back to the back line. Ayo School. Back to Kleinert. Kleinert leads it for Noda. The header by Paul is too high. Uchigashima wearing number 18 on the back of his jersey set to check in for the first time here in the second half. He was very active in that first half as Paul will come out. Troy Paul, the graduate student. He'll check out. And we'll have a goal kick here for Jensen. 25:50 to play in regulation. Nice header there by the Eagles. And an offside is called on Uriarte. So it'll be a free kick for Wilmington. Ayo School. Dangerous pass. Norden. Ball sent towards that right post. It sails out of play. Jeremy Brickett with a nice ball there for Wilmington. Now here's the Eagles on the other side. Salimi at midfield. Moving to his left. Sends a left-handed kick. And it's offside. Called on Uriarte once again. That time was a lot closer than the first one. Nice play there from the Eagles. Norden sets it back to Ayo School. Ayo School goes to the right side and Kleinert. Kleinert delivers a strike towards that left post, and coming out of the nets is Jensen to secure it. And these goalies on both squads have a lot of length. They have the size of a small forward on the hardwood. Marcus at 6'7". Jensen at 6'6". Oh, that's a dangerous pass. Intercepted here by Wilmington. Norden comes in. Now it's Ramirez on that far side. It's worked back to Small up top. Small delivers a strike. Uriarte looks to clear it. And he does just that. Uriarte, almost just had the highlight of the year there. Just wide left of the nets. Coming up on 23 minutes to play here in regulation. Kleinert, Small, Ramirez. Good movement here from Wilmington. Throw in here for the Wildcats on the far side. Small. Great defense here from the Eagles. Uriarte and Ramirez on that far side battling. And it is last touched by Wilmington. So we'll have a throw in for the Eagles on that far sideline. Uriarte will give it to Florindo. Florindo with a beautiful strike downfield. Detoli, the tap. Now Small takes it away. St. Mark has it intercepted. Florindo on that far side, and Wilmington takes it right back. Uriarte. Uriarte. Probing. Gets it back to Florindo. 21:40 to play here in regulation. Here comes DeToli. He's got a man to his right. Nice touch. DeToli comes back to get it. Ayo School. Ball gets sent to that left corner. And Nasa gets called for the whistle. He already has a yellow card in this one. There'll be a free kick here on the near side. Looks like St. Mark will take it. St. Mark waiting for the whistle. St. Mark with a nice strike. Broken up by the Eagles defense. Knocked out of play by St. Mark. Salimi with some fantastic defense for the Eagles, as Souza will come back into the game for the Eagles. "25 minutes played here in the second half. 1-0 Eagles. Jensen goes to Garcia. Eagles in no rush. Looking to tick time away on that clock. Garcia sends a nice boot. Norden able to get ahead on it. Garcia back to Jensen. Oh, that was close. Norden with a nice header, but he heads it out of play. A little under 19 minutes to play here in regulation. Garcia. Florindo. Another offside called on Uriarte. Nice ball. Norden leading on that far side. They go to the right side. Hinoda. His strike was deflected. And that will be headed out of play. As Denny Iljazzy just waiting to sub in for the Eagles. 17.5 to play in regulation. The throw in from Norden. Ball in front of the box. Small. Not able to get the proper foot on it. And that will go towards the far sideline. It stays in play. Florindo has Birdie right in front of him. Andrea Birdie had it taken away by Tyree Small. Garcia battling with Noda. As Noda kicks it out of play. Now Iljazzy will come into the game. As Carnegie, wearing number 9 for Wilmington, he'll check in. Diego Ramirez will check out. Ball gets sent to the back line. Marcus comes out. Sends it to Small. Norden back to Marcus. A little under 16 minutes to play here in regulation. Wilmington looking for one. Post looking to protect their lead. Birdie. He's got a man running. It's Souza, and it's intercepted by Norden. Could have been a dangerous play there for Wilmington. And that ball is deflected out of play. Last touch by the Eagles. So we'll have a corner kick in the right corner. Max Norden will take it. Norden with a line drive kick in front of the box. The header by AO School. Small. And it is knocked out. No signal from the officials. It looked like it went in from our vantage point. But the ball obviously did not cross the plane, and there is a Wildcat on the turf as the clock stops at 14:43. Probably the scariest moment of the game right there for the Eagles. So AO School will be helped off of the field. And Troy Paul will come into the game for Wilmington. Some substitutions coming in for both teams. Luca Dottoli, number 33 for Post, getting set to check back in. The graduate student from Italy. So Yanni Dranica subs in for the first time for Wilmington, whereas number 5 for the Wildcats. And you just pray that AO School will be able to be okay. So clock stopped at 14:43. Play resumes, and the Eagles have possession. Nelson sends it downfield. Nice header there from Kleinert. Tyree Small with a beautiful ball. The urgency has surely picked up here for the Wildcats. As we have an Eagle down on the field. Denny Iljazzy able to get up on his feet on his own. So that's a great sign if you're an Eagle fan.
Come on! You gotta stop the clock, man! You gotta have the cover and stop the clock!
The defense has stood tall for the Eagles. Can it stand tall for 13 and a half more minutes? Souza with it in midfield, stumbles over his feet, regains himself. And an offside is called, and the coaching staff for the Eagles is irate. There's been a lot of offside calls on the Eagles here in the second half. Uriarte has been one of the guys that has been going offside. He did it right there. They got Paul Ludwig for the offside. That ball is broken up. Nelson. Beautiful kick downfield, past midfield. 12:45 remaining here at regulation. Kleiner with a nice juke, sends it to Norden. Nice ball. And Jensen will come out of the net to haul it in. And another Wildcat on the field. He's being helped by Francisco Souza. You just love to see the sportsmanship executed by both teams. Again, they understand how much of a rivalry this is and how important of a game this is in conference, but you just love the sportsmanship from both teams, specifically the Eagles. You've seen a lot of Eagle players helping different Wildcat players on the field. Clock stops at 12:26. So clock resumes. Kleiner. Norden. Ball on that near side. It's Kim. Met by two Eagles. And it is knocked out of play. That ball goes past the end line. Troy Paul back into the game. Jeremy St. Mark will get a breather on the sideline. 11:20 to play in regulation. Jensen with a boot. Down here on the near side. And they say it goes out of play. Great effort there from Nathan Tao. Small battling. And man, these players are just dropping like flies here on the field. Another player down for Wilmington. And the clock stops at 10:55. And this is something that we expect out of this matchup. Physical play. And you need to give credit where credit is due. A lot of these players have been warriors here on the pitch. That was Meldy Honesbow. That was on the turf. He's able to get up. Number 7 for Wilmington. Play resumes. 10:45 to play in regulation. Salimi battling. Eagles looking to clear it, and they do just that. Souza. Nice ball sent towards the near sideline, intended for Salimi. He controls it. And Post will work it back to the back line. Nassen back to Jensen. Florindo now angles it to midfield. Nice movement here from the Eagles. Salimi. Here on the near side. One-on-one action. Nice tackle there from Salimi, but to no avail. Now here comes Paul. Paul didn't have Norden there. They were not on the same page. They'll go back to the back line, and that was a scary pass there from the Eagles. Jeremy Brickett back into the game for Wilmington. 9:30 to play in regulation. It is do or die time for Wilmington. They've been showing urgency all second half. Souza sends it back to the right corner. Kim battling. And we have a whistle, and it will go against the Eagles. Kim draws a contact. Clock stops at 9:05.
It's the one, boys. It's the one, boys. Let's go.
As Uriarte will get set to come back in for post.
Attack the net. Yuki. Watch that ball come out. Come on, boys. Attack.
It'll be a free kick. Max Norden will take it on that far side. Nice line drive kick right in front of the nets. And it's cleared out by the Eagles. Another Wildcat on the turf.
Come on, Nick.
Marcus goes to a teammate on that far side. It was Small leading Kim in the far corner. Kim with the slide tackle. As Uriarte will come back in for the Eagles. It looks like Souza will come out of the game. Coming up on 8 minutes to play here in regulation. 5 shots on goal for Wilmington, 1 for post. And it's 1-0 post.
Find the run, Yuki. Find the run, Yuki. He's out of yard.
Marcus sends it downfield.
Go yard. Go yard.
Paul with a nice header. Here comes Small. Small sends it to the left side. Now it is Noda angling to that right corner. And the Eagles take it away. Detoli on the move. He'll slow it down. Works it back to Iljazzy. And a nice slide tackle there. As Detoli able to hop back right up onto his feet. 7 minutes to play here in regulation. Norden here on the near side. Crosses midfield. He's working with Kim. Kim gets shoved from right behind. Detoli gets called for the whistle.
Quickly. Find the box.
Clock still moving.
Yuki.
Kim, a nice ball. The header is tapped above the nets by Jensen. That's where his 6'6" frame comes into play. 6:05 remaining in regulation. We'll have a corner kick in the left corner for Wilmington. Big corner kick here. Line drive kick towards the middle. Salimi will come out. Marcus will come out. Uriarte with the shove in the back. And Kim might have sold that one a little bit. 5:30 remaining in regulation. Do or die time for Wilmington.
Come on, yo.
With the free kick here on the near sideline. Kim to take it. Beautiful ball. Jensen sets it out.
Drop boss, drop to be safe.
A lot of contact there with Salimi and Kim. And Salimi is a little shaken up as he will get help to his feet. .455 remaining in regulation. It'll be keep away now for the Eagles, protecting their 1-0 lead.
Go Johan, go Yugi, come on guys.
Yep.
The interception, the pressure added by Wilmington. Nice ball in front, and it will go into the hands of Jensen as he falls right onto it to protect it. Ball soars to the sky. Salimi controls it. Uriarte. And a good no call there from the official. A little under 4 minutes to play in regulation. And they get Wilmington for the whistle there. Clock still rolling. 3:35 remaining in regulation. Salimi with it here on the near side. Hounded by Norden. And it's knocked out of play. Last touch by Salimi. As they get a whistle called on Detoli. Coming up on 3 minutes of play here in regulation.
Good serve, Yuki. Good serve, Yuki.
Great defense here from the Eagles. Hounding the Wildcats. 2:50 to play in regulation. Garcia looking to clear it out. Jensen will come out of the nets, and he'll fall onto the ball. Wise move there from the junior keeper. And he soars that up to the sky. Nice play there from Kim coming in. And he draws the contact. 2:10 to play here in regulation.
Come on, put it down, let's go.
Norden. 2 minutes to play. It won't be Norden, it'll be Kim. Clock is stopped at 1:59. Kim, the boot. That kick wide right of the nets. 1:45 remaining here in regulation. Post en route to their first CACC win of the season in their CACC opener. Uriarte with the lone goal for the Eagles. Has them up 1-0. Ball goes out of play. Last touch by Wilmington. So Lemmy had the assist. 70 seconds remaining here in regulation.
One minute remaining.
A lot of physical play on that near sideline. Kim has it taken away. Kim has it back. Sends it to the far corner. 25 seconds to play. Detoli now. On that far side. Battling. Coming up on 10 seconds to play here in regulation.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So the Post-University Eagles men's soccer team gets their first in-conference win of the season, and it comes over a fierce opponent in the Wilmington Wildcats. Post takes it 1-0, your final score, and that will do it for our Saturday afternoon TNN doubleheader that was presented by the CACC Network. Iriarte with the lone goal for the Eagles. And now the Eagles improve to 2-1-2 overall, and Wilmington falls to 1-2-2 overall. For our entire TNN crew here at Lemoy Field on the campus at Post University, Griffin Cass signing off.